Okay, I thought I would go ahead and make me a pour over today. I've been usually using the Breville to make hubby some coffee in the morning, but with the new coffees that I received from Dane, I've been wanting to taste them on a pour over, and they give you little cards. This is from Proud Mary in Oregon, but they are Australian born in Melbourne, but they have a shop here in the US. I just realized I don't have my mic. Let me grab that. Here we go. Sorry about that. I totally forgot to put the mic on. And pour all this stuff in. It's laying over here. Probably be able to hear me better with the mic. Alright, I guess that's alright. Alright, anyway, the recipe for this particular, it's called Humbler, for filter coffee or drip, it says 15 grams to 250 mils of water. So it doesn't give a temperature, but I do have it at 212. It's holding at 212. So let's get the beans, which I thought I put in here. I might be restarting this video because I did not put the beans in here. I left them on the counter. That's the problem with having two areas. So just a second. A scale as well. So here it is. I keep them in the Airscape. This is the one I've been working on. So I will get enough out here and then we will weigh it. So I'll do that. Measuring. Here it is. Cleaned this drawer out yesterday, but you wouldn't be able to tell that now. Yes, I forgot to put mine back on. Boy, this is really, we gotta get used to all this stuff. Because I do not edit my videos. I haven't learned how to do that yet. I am struggling. I can't see what I'm doing. Alright, so there's still some left in here. Yeah, quite a bit actually. So I can't drink it as fast as some of you all do. 250 G's was in that bag, so there's a little bit in there. So let me measure out 15 grams, get rid of some of this stuff out of the way so I don't knock anything off. I'm going to use the V60 today since I don't have a base for my origami, and it did a little bit of toppling yesterday when I used it. So let's get this measured. 15 grams. I'm using a Time War scale, and apparently I've got it backwards. It's Black Mirror. You can't tell where the button is unless you look at where it plugs in to charge. That'll do it. Alright, so 15 grams here. And I'll show you how I use my Millwright, St. Anthony's Millwright hand grinder. It is what I like to use with the specialty coffees that I've been using. A couple more. There we go, 15 grams. Set that back down here. Suck the air out of that. All right, keep it fresh as possible because I do want to enjoy it on pour over as well as espresso, but today we're going to do pour over. All right, so the only thing I don't like about the Millwright, and it's probably menial, but to me, I have a problem dropping this thing all the time because it just snaps on. And when you go and take the hands on and off. It flops all the time. Alright, so turn that back off, save the charge, put the beans in. If I can do this without spilling it. Probably should have done all this before I started the video. Don't want to lose any since I weighed it out. So I like to start my timer. I've been timing myself on how long it takes me to grind. So yeah, put the lid on. I cleaned it out the other day when I did my experiment because I kind of got wet beans into it. It's not a good thing. And I also like to use it's like a silicone because it helps me grip it. So let me turn this on and start grinding. I like to use my knee. These are fairly, I guess I would say light to medium beans. I didn't show. So this is 15 grams is what I said. All right, I'm going to put my foot up here. There we go. There we go. With my little bit of stopping and starting a little, it says 38 seconds, so not even a minute, which I like. So I know that it's done because I don't hear it anymore. All right, so I've already wet my filter. So let's close the drawer. Probably gonna do some standing here. Get my chair out of the way. Oh yeah, it's interesting smell. Different than what I had yesterday. I am gonna try an Ethiopian as well. If I need more energy. Not sure where I put it. Well, it was in here, but I don't see it now. Oh, here it is. I was going to do that one today, but I decided I better finish up the Humbler before I open this one up. It was brewed on the 21st, so I still got some time. Tomorrow I will probably maybe switch back and forth. So I'm going to pour this in here. I've got my Millwright set at a, what did I put that at? A 30? I think that's what I put my little note at. I like to brush it out a little. It has a lot more fines than the other one that I did the other day. I'll clean that out in a bit. What I thought was interesting was I've got the lily drip in here. See if I can take this over here. Maybe you can see that. Those are the grounds. And the lily drip just helps it flow out a little bit better. And I guess having a base on here is nice. It's much steadier. So these are my two new items. It's a color changing. Once the hot water goes in here, you'll see this change to a white. And my spoon, so I'm going to try it today. Alright, so this is ready and waiting for me. I'm going to level that out just a little bit. It's a little high on one side. Alright, so what did I say the recipe was? 250, so I'm going to start out with the 50 for 30 seconds. And I guess I need my scale under there. So let me turn this off and tear everything out. Think it'll still fit. Yes, just fits. All right. Yesterday I had this all pushed back and I kept hitting when I was pouring, so having it out here I think will be much easier for me. All right, let's turn it on and start the timer. Start the timer. And I'll do the 50 first. It's bubbling. Probably can't see it, but I can move there. That was a little over, but see if y'all can see this or not without bumping you around too much. I'm not sure what you're seeing there. Oh, there. So we'll let that sit for another 10 seconds or so. And then I'll add the rest. Probably should be much higher. That's why I had my chair here, so I wouldn't be cut out. Alright, let's do this. Next. Give it another swirl. I find if I tilt this scale or this kettle too much, I tend to, it drips from the lid. Maybe it's from the steam. Alright, we're at 200. I'm going to go all the way to 250. I usually do 2 to 3 pours. Today we're going to just do 2. And we'll let it sit for about 3 to see how long it takes for it to draw down. Oops, I went over again. Not watching. So we went to about 2. Well, it says 300, so what did I say the recipe was? 250. And that says 1 cup, so I probably am adding too much water. I probably have to adjust it next time and do half of the amount. We're at 2 minutes right now, and it's drawing itself down. So it'll be about a 2.5 minute drawdown. Be curious. Turn my water thing off. Yeah, we're at 350, and we're pretty much done. Oh, no, I'm probably cut off on the camera since my thing is really, there it is. So, pretty much done at 230 and 350s of water. So I'm thinking next time I'll cut that in half, not do as much water, because this is probably 2 cups worth, almost 3. So we've got a nice cup here. Oops. Good thing I have a plastic thing on my scale. Since it's not waterproof, it was still coming out a little. So I'm going to let that sit for a minute, and I'll go get some paper towels. That's one thing I should probably keep over here, but I'll be right back. Up. I've been using my, let's do this here. Don't want to forget that again. I keep all my coffee stuff on this side. I've been using this little Breville thing to hold my drips so I don't get it everywhere. But for now, we're just going to clean up my mess. I've had a few messes lately. It seems like it anyway. So I'm going to set this here, let it cool, start my timer. It's probably already been a minute, but we will do that. Put this away, because that will definitely be too hot. I'm going to cup it, and then I'll pour it into one of my Ember cups or something. So let me clean up here. Just a few drips, not bad. So I'm going to do this. I got to figure out space-wise, there's a lot of stuff over here. I end up doing. So I'm going to set him over here for now and put him back here. So we're about at a minute, so let me show you what this cup does when you pour hot liquid into it. I got both of these items through the Canadian site RobeWave. That's actually where I got the sample packs. Also the Ethiopia and the Guatemala. I can't remember what the other one was. So let me set this down. Don't need that. And I'm not sure what you can see because the camera's probably too close. I don't know. I got too many things in my hand. So if you pour this in here, I'll show you what that does. Just need a little bit. The rest I'll drink. Just want to see what this is like. See if you can see. It's changing color. Or it's supposed to. It did the other day. Not sure. Maybe my lighting too might be bad. I'll let it sit here for a minute. Yeah, I kind of can see it fading, but I'm wondering. We're at 2 minutes so far. I'm going to give it 1 more minute and then I'll taste it. Put this away. I printed this off. Got this from Kelly. And seen whom using it as well. But it's just a tasting wheel. I wanted to keep it handy as I'm trying different coffees. I want to be able to kind of see if I taste any of that. So maybe this coffee wasn't super hot when it went in because it's really not changing color that bad. I'll get really close here. You can even tell. But I put something in here the other day and it was up to here. This whole thing turns white. So I don't have the technique down at all for cupping. I've only seen it done a few times. So this is really my first attempt. Okay, we are at 3 minutes. So let me see what I can taste, if anything. Probably not, but we're going to try. I can tell you what these tasting notes are. Chocolate fudge, caramel, date, and syrupy body. So, see if I can taste any of that. So, I do kind of see, like, I think it was Hans on one of the lives with Dane. It was like an oily top to it, so that's kind of what I'm noticing here. Don't know if you're supposed to stir it. So, see what we get here. Definitely chocolate. Let's try that again. Trying to remember what I said they were, although sometimes it's nice to do it blind. I definitely don't taste fruit. I'm assuming like a date is fruity. But the chocolate, not fudge though. But like I said, this is new to me. Maybe cleanse my palate. I did bring over a bottle of soda water. Get that taste out. So under the chocolatey on this little chart, it says, I mean, I guess it goes in levels because you've got the fruity, the veggie, the sweet, nutty, and then on the outside of the circle, they just go into more detail. Milk chocolate or butter, bitter chocolate or cocoa powder or dark chocolate. So those are all under the chocolatey. And taste it again and see if any of those others come out in that chocolate. But that's maybe because it's the first tasting note, that's what I'm tasting. And as I do this, I'll get better at it. If I'm going to go with any of those, it's probably going to be the bitter chocolate, but it could be the way I brewed it too. And the more I do it, maybe the more I'll learn. I could actually just drink this straight without sugar. No need for syrup. Probably not supposed to drink out of this cup, but that is an enjoyable, I would say smooth for me. This says syrupy body, but I don't taste any of that. But for a cup of coffee, I'm thinking since it's a blend, it's probably not supposed to be spectacular. A little better than the cup I had yesterday from my experiment. I just wanted to share it is a mixed variety, and the process says mixed as well. So I'm not quite sure, does that mean they do a mix of washed and natural? And then the region is Central America and South America. So I guess that's the blend. If you're going to use it for espresso, it says 1 to 2.5 ratio. So that, I mean, I've enjoyed it on the espresso already once before, but I wanted to try it with pour over and thought I would give my new items a try and see. I do like the size of this spoon as I drip it everywhere. But it's, it looks like a soup spoon to me, but I think Hans had some that were really long. I like the length of the shorter one myself. But I'm gonna go and maybe make a Americano. Well, I don't like it really watery though, so I might just drink it straight and enjoy it that way. So that's my first experience with the pour over on the Proud Mary Humbler coffee, and the Lily Drip in the V60 works great. I really like, I mean, it was my first pour over experience was the Hario V60. So I think we'll call that done. I've got to get to a good 20 or so more Christmas boxes to undo, so I will catch y'all later.